Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. You are live and direct once again with your Akazaki Yahoo. I'm giving all praises, honor, and great esteem unto the Most High Power, Yahweh Bashem Hamashiach, Wamalak, Yahweh Shai, and to the 12 tribes of Israel who are scattered to the four quarters of the earth. I say shalom, wa, baruki. That is peace and blessings. And I cannot wait till the day when the Most High brings us back together and we are once again 12 tribes, one family, one nation, under the Most High Power, under one covenant, back in our own land with a heart of flesh and no more a heart of stone, with our enemies, our adversaries, and all those who hate us under our feet. Hallelujah. All praises to the Almighty Yah. All right, we are back for another video review, more of a highlight of my dear brethren, Sons of Thunder Israelites, Adawan Yahweh all, and the brothers, Sons of Thunder. Praises to the Abba. Praises to Ha'abba. Praises to Ha'abba. I'm going to say this at the beginning. I'm going to say it in the middle. I'm going to say it at the end. I stand in 100% agreement with this message. 1,000%. Let the record show that your brother, Akazaki Yahoo, is 1,000% in agreement with Adawan Yahweh all, Bun Yahweh, Sons of Thunder Israelites. In this message, don't forget who your enemy is. Don't forget who your enemy is. Don't forget who your enemy is. Let's get to the video. Let's get to the video. 1,000% I'm in agreement with this message. Eat it up. It's good stuff. This is the best, some of the best information you're going to find, period. Here we go.
Now let's talk about the Bible for a minute, if y'all don't mind. Let's talk about things that appeal to our nation. Right. Because we got a keynote coming up that's going to be live that you can come to. There's going to be food. There's going to be guest speakers. And then I'm going to give a keynote lecture in person concerning our nation and what we're going to do to move forward as Hebrew Israelites. Somebody got to grab the reins of this thing.
Yep.
I know what y'all thinking. Well, you got your camp, he got his camp, she got her camp, little man go to study with his pops at this camp, but somebody got to grab the reins of this thing. All right? For too long, brothers have branded themselves as their own private Israel. And to push that, they've stepped on all of the brothers around. Now, because social media is reaching a height that it's never been to before, you got social media queens. They're men as far as a gender, but they social media queens.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep.
And they turning Israel into a talk show for the slander and knock other brothers down for attention, and we eating popcorn watching it. But the goal was to get the kingdom. Somebody got to grab the reins of this thing. I'm gonna be delivering an in-person keynote. You must be invited. It's not general population. And you will be able to see that. That's coming soon. Because all SOT think about is the nation. Now, and I don't care who don't like that. We don't like you. But that has nothing to do with the nation.
Right.
And I'm going to prove that tonight. Because we forgetting who our enemy is. You got niggas making YouTube videos.
Hey, yeah, I need that invite. I got to figure out how to get on that. I got to be there for that. Hazaki Yahoo got to be in the building for that, and I'm sure Ken and I are gonna want to roll with me. But y'all gonna have to. I gotta get in contact with Adawan y'all all been Yahweh because I gotta be there for that. Kyle, let's continue.
About brothers under the guise of, well, I'm protecting the nation. You're not grabbing the reins of the nation, nigga.
You're not.
You competing with the utmost devil.
Yep.
You're playing the game on the highest difficulty setting, and you just took it out the wrapper and put it in the system.
Yep.
You don't even know the buttons yet. That's this life. And you got comrades in this fight. They might be from a different branch of the military, but we all got the same enemy. And y'all are doing friendly fire, suckers. Getting personal too. Like, we're not gonna see you. I'm gonna see you soon.
And you know,
getting personal too.
That's probably one of the main reasons why Esau doesn't take this movement seriously. Esau don't take this movement seriously. You know why? It's because of that. All the infighting, all the backbiting and tailbearing and tearing each other down. Esau looking like they're continuing our program. Good.
They might as well be a part of the CIA, these niggas. They're gonna COINTELPRO the whole thing for us.
Right.
They destroy their own leadership.
We don't have to infiltrate.
I hate a nigga that destroys that don't know how to build. A silly nigga.
Silly nigga. A nothing nigga.
That destroys but don't know how to build. I hate that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna destroy, but the person I'm destroying can build. I never built nothing.
I never built.
But I don't want you to like this brother.
Right.
Or I want to, this brother did something to me in the past that embarrassed me. So now I want to get him back.
Right.
Yeah. Now that I know some things and I got people willing to work against them to feed me information like I'm TMZ.
Right.
That's what we have turned into in these past few months. And the white man is still on code, focused on his mission of world domination, subjugating all other nations.
That's what the white man doing while you twiddling your fingers on Facebook and on Instagram and Twitter or whatever, right? Kicking your feet up, right? Swinging your feet. And as you click post saying and did as you curl your hair up. That's what you're doing. But the white man is out there mobilizing and making sure that you niggas are still under his feet.
And glad that you're doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
And glad that you're doing what you're doing. And somebody got to grab the reins of this thing. Because some of you brothers, y'all want to stay out the way because you're like, well, I hope they don't shoot at me.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to say nothing.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have room for y'all. And then other of you brothers is like, this is my opportunity to be relevant. Tag me in. We don't have no room for y'all. And then some of you brothers know better. You know better. And you supposed to be some type of leader. And all you can figure out is, well, if he can do that, then I'm going to do it back. Yeah. And then we have this back and forth. And then y'all niggas are literally the same. Y'all are reunion episodes of baddies. Yeah. That's what you niggas are.
Basically.
All right. We're men of the Lord. I don't care if you don't like me. I unsubscribe from your channel and don't watch you. I don't care if you talk about me. You're a grown man talking about me. Think about that.
Grown ass man, by the way.
What I'm gonna focus on is somebody got to grab the reins.
Somebody got to do it
because the horses is running wild, and children is getting trampled, and the little ones are getting offended. Yeah. Somebody got to stick their arm out there. You're gonna bleed, and grab the reins, and the horse is gonna kick, and you might die. But so what? I'd rather die doing that. Yep. I'm gonna die on that hill, not on the effeminate, sassy. I'm a talk about your personal life hill because I'm the same as some angry woman.
Right.
Hey, bro, if that's what you into, if that's what floats your boat, right? But we taught you how to react to those things. Hey, I think brothers are brilliant and have more potential than this. Somebody has to grab the reins of this thing. Somebody has to be actual leadership. See, what's the difference? You're not the leader of a nation if you're only the leader of your gang.
Mm.
I don't care how big your gang is. If the only people that get your love and affection, respect, guidance, and support are members of your gang, and everybody else is a byword and a slur,
Right.
and you an Israelite,
Right.
and everybody else is a byword because they're not a part of your gang, you're not grabbing the reins of this thing. You see that?
Listen up. This is the markings of a nation, not just a group of individuals coming together for a common cause, but a nation, a family who was born of one man and who shared DNA throughout years and years and generations. This is what a family is. Let's continue.
SOT always going to be the front runner for that. And even if I got to stick my neck out there to get my head chopped off, the Most High can resurrect me. Right? Joel resurrected, for those who know. Right? I died 5 times on the app and came back.
Came back every time.
I died a 6th time. I came back. We look at Clubhouse as a place for community outreach, and that became TMZ.
Yeah.
If Israelites started joining with the Christians to slander other Israelites, damn.
All the years of hard labor and discipline and work that was put in to build up the Clubhouse ministry, to completely change the minds of our people, to bring them up out of the congregation of the dead so that they can join the congregation of the living. And you use the power of your voice to try and tear that down.
Matter of fact, niggas, even the Christians who hate Hebrew Israelites, you feed them information hoping that it's true, but when it's found out that the information is false and you were slandering your own Israelite brother, you don't even fix that.
You don't.
You just go into hiding for a couple of days. Y'all are not grabbing the reins of this thing.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
We gonna do it. You don't have how much time, how many times have you heard me say you don't have to be in SOT, bro?
All the time.
You don't have to be in my camp.
All the time.
Okay?
Because that's not what it's about. Like you said before, we not going into the kingdom. Lord willing, the Most High shows mercy upon us and allows us to enter into his holy kingdom, right?
Bro.
We not going into the kingdom under the banner of SOT.
No, if we get the glorified body, the shirt gonna disintegrate off you.
Right.
It's gonna turn into atomic particles, get broke down to his Higgs boson particles, man.
We're not going into the kingdom
Sorry.
under SOT.
But
you're not going into the kingdom under IUIC, under HOY, under WF. You're not going into the kingdom like that. You're going into the kingdom as an Israelite from this tribe.
Now, understanding that, we got to find a way to have brotherhood with each other and conduct manly deeds. And SOT try to be at the forefront of that. Right. All right. Shout out to the brothers that congregate with us and never revoke their brotherhood based on what was convenient. They stood with us the whole time because that was our agenda, to get brothers from the different camps. Our whole Clubhouse ministry was to get brothers from the different camps to be able to be on the same stage together. That was our whole goal, whether you knew we was doing that or not. We was keeping the peace, stopping arguments. Hey,
man, what?
It's brothers that hate me that I've defended on Clubhouse and protected. And they forgot, right? But that's because their goal is not true brotherhood. Their goal is to exalt their faction, which is gang mentality, which we already know is the antithesis of nation building. Don't forget who your enemy is. He is the most complex devil ever created as a punishment for our idolatry and disobedience to the one true and living God. So he made you the ultimate enemy.
Yes.
He didn't give you, listen, he didn't give you a damn pie that you could go in there and knock out in the first round. You just started boxing and you in the ring with Roberto Duran. You're going to get hurt if you don't concentrate on what you're doing. You in the ring with Lennox Lewis. You in the ring with young Holyfield. He's invincible. It don't matter how much you hit him. That's these Edomitic opponents. and Ishmaelite opponents and Cushite opponents, they are all what? Confederate against you. But we can't figure out how to be confederate with ourselves.
Still ain't figured that out yet.
And that is a huge failure in the nation, right? I don't have to become 65 years old, completely white beard, and 10,000 members in my congregation riding a damn horse to tell you that. All right. Or flying in on a space shuttle to tell you that. I can tell you that now because I can identify that and I'm aware. All right. Brotherhood is the final chamber, but niggas want brotherhood without being brothers. They want you to give them the brotherhood while they snakes at the same time.
Well, and that's why we say it's wicked to be wicked.
And if you call them on this snakery, they throw brotherhood in your face. Come on, I thought it was about brotherhood. Nigga, you're in the midst of being a snake. Stop doing that and I will let it go.
That's
but,
so evil,
but
bro.
they cannot grip that. No. But somebody got to grab the reins. So look at that, Israel. You're going to be the bad guy just for calling it out. They're going to say, why you calling it out if it's about brotherhood? Let me be wicked in peace. Let me spit in your face and tell you it's raining in peace, Joel. It's brotherhood, right? No. We're going to rebuke and not suffer sin. We're going to argue. We're going to fight. But we're going to remember it's about nation building. And when you're wrong, you're going to admit that. I have no problem admitting when I'm wrong. Y'all going to learn how to do that. All right? I don't teach that to my congregation, that I'm some perfect, untouchable being that never made mistakes. I tell them I'm a young man that grew up in this truth. I'm still trying to get it right. Yes, the Most High gave me a special talent and skill, but that doesn't make me better than you. That's what I teach my brothers. And that's the energy we bringing into Israel. Whether you like it, as the honorable priest Zabak says, whether you like it, understand it, believe it or not. All right. You have an enemy and you forgetting who your enemy is, but they're not forgetting that they don't like you. Cancel culture is over.
Oh, yeah. No, that's a wrap.
Cancel culture was helping niggas.
It was.
Cancel culture was keeping racist Esau off your neck, boy.
Keeping them in check.
Because he like, well, damn, it's going to stop my money to get at these Negroes. I don't like them. But I can't say nothing right now because I got to get my money, right? Well, Trump ended cancel culture. Yeah. He put a dub to that.
Yeah, it's over.
Now it's free speech is back.
Say whatever you want.
And now it's even through social media and meme culture, it's even funny to be racist.
Yep.
Now Kanye tries it, he loses.
Yep.
Nigga. Yo, Kanye tries it, right, and it's a wrap. He loses his wife, she takes half his money. Yep. And he can't see his kids.
Loses all his deals, loses everything.
But the white man is blatantly racist and proud of it.
On the news being racist.
Followed by the pound or hash.
What happened here?
If you do not know your PIN, please enter pound or hash.
Re-up that call. I don't want them to miss it. Hang up and call back. Make sure you put the admin. We're gonna show y'all some clips. Y'all gotta see this. Racism is back in full effect. Okay.
Welcome and thank you for choosing free. If you are the host, press star now. Please enter your PIN.
Give me 1 second as he does.
Now the crazy thing is that racism never left. It just went underground a little bit. Just a little bit. There was a concern about cancel culture, but reality is not. I said cancer. I mean cancer. I said cancer. My bad. Counsel, as in cancel the subscription, as in cancel the service, as in cancel this fella or cancel this lady. As you get fired from your job and you become a hermit because nobody want to deal with you because you did something out of line. That's what he's referencing. Cancer, I keep saying cancer. Council culture was never really a thing. It just moved people from one place to another place. Because somebody they went to said, man, I don't care about that. And they was able to continue doing what they was doing. So now what he's bringing out is Trump and got rid of that whole thing. So
That's
Thank
that.
you.
Let's continue.
There are 33 participants in the conference. Please announce yourself.
Are we good now?
Can y'all hear us on the call?
All right.
Okay,
all right.
con.
All right. Now, you know, for me to play audio, I got to back out of the pretty browser and jump into the regular browser. Give me 1 second, because I gotta share some clips with y'all, because this is crazy. Okay. Y'all have forgotten who your enemy is. Somebody got to grab the reins of this thing. The horse is gonna run off a cliff. Somebody got to pull the horse. But hey, niggas in their pride, they're not gonna accept it. Well, hey, I tried. I tried to take responsibility for the nation, not just my camp.
Right.
As I always say, there are brilliant brothers in all of the camps, very talented brothers in all of the camps.
Mm-hmm.
But the front runners are a detriment to what we're trying to do as a people and a nation. All right. What we're trying to do is reform Blacks, Native Americans, and Hispanics' mind.
Right.
Step one of the reformation of their mind is teaching them that they're family. Now, family disagree and fight, and we curse each other out. But the underlying theme is, but that's my family.
Right.
We can fight like that. You can't do that. You can't. Esau, you can't curse at him like that.
No.
Esau, you can't say nothing to him like that.
No.
Esau, you can't disrespect him. But me and him, we might get to, we might go to the yellow lines with it and run that fair one. Right. But then after it's done, it's all right. Right. That's done.
Right.
That's done. But we forgetting that as Israelites, because we're so far removed from when this movement was fresh in our minds. Okay.
Yeah.
When the movement was run by senior elder men entirely, and young men, well, you didn't really have a voice like that. It was senior, mature, experienced men that were the speakers and the representatives of this thing of ours. But now, look, in the social media generation, young men have become the mouthpiece. I mean, SOT has rules. If you want to be able to teach, you got to be in the camp for a year. But you can join SOT when you're 18. So let's say you're a prodigy at 18 with the Bible. At 19, we will promote you so that you can street teach. Well, that's a 19-year-old teaching the Bible. He, within the rules of the camp, he can do it, but that's a young man.
Right.
He's going to teach biblical truths, but experience is something that he has to grow into. And that's something that Israel is lacking right now. We got a lot of young niggas running their mouth that are not realizing that they're immature and embarrassing the culture of being a Hebrew Israelite while they seek views and fame, right? And money, right? We got to point that out, okay? Even I'm a young man in this thing, and I got gray in my beard.
I can't even speak to that because I don't even know how you do that. Honestly, I don't know how you can go against your brother for any reason. So I don't know. I will say this: stop it. If you a so-called Negro, if you were Israelite, if you were in the truth, out of the truth, whatever the case, stop going against your own people. It's foolish. You need to understand who your enemy is. Don't forget who your enemy is. It's not your brother. It's not the one that was sitting next to you on the goddamn slave ship. That's not your enemy. Learn that and live with it. Live by it. Let's continue.
Because my elder's 60. It's men that have been teaching the Bible for 40 years, right? So here I come. I got a decade in the truth. I'm not a veteran. I'm not a 5-star general. I still have more learning to do, even though I was able to build Sons of Thunder and organize this. It doesn't matter. There's still growing that I have to do as a person. And there's circumstances that I'm going to do my best in, but I could fail. Well, that's why I don't teach at SOT, I don't teach them to revere me.
Right.
I don't teach like a reverence for me. Some of my brothers say I should, but I'm a human being.
Right.
I'm not better than y'all. I'm gonna misstep. Like Paul said, even if I be reprobate, thou must do what is honest and right.
Right.
You
Right.
see? So I'd rather stay in that line. But somebody got to grab the reins of this thing. This enemy that we going up against is serious, boy. So that camp video we showed you with young Edom, did you understand the message tucked inside that video?
Right.
That's how our rappers look to white people.
Mm-hmm. And how we was treating him, that's how they treat us.
How we made a joke and a mockery of him, and we didn't take him seriously, and we dangled what he wanted in front of him when we mean him no good, is how they treat our young men in their corporate America. They play with us like that.
Yep. Ain't that how they did Shadur?
Yes.
They just did Shadur like that. Dangled what he wanted in front of his face.
And
like,
mocked him.
We called him and said, you're going to have to wait a little longer.
Hey, shout out to Shadur. He threw a touchdown today. He just started too. First practice and he threw a touchdown. Y'all niggas mad.
Look at that.
You Edomites is tight. And you getting them for free money. But thank God the Most High gave him his money already. He got more money than the coaches. And his father's rich. And you hate that.
Yep.
Because you have an enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Now people was telling me to rebuke Deion Sanders. Oh, Deion Sanders not an Israelite. Get on this nigga. Roast this nigga. What? Hold on. Right. That's a father in his kid's life that raised his kids through an industry that's designed to destroy black men through hurtful lusts. Mm-hmm. And he kept his kids on a path where they don't even do weed, coke, drugs, and alcohol. Right. And most niggas is doing that. Yep. I'm watching these NBA podcasts, and all of my favorite ballers is high out of their mind. That's all they want to do is smoke a damn blunt. So I'm supposed to rebuke this father who stayed in his son's life and ushered his kids into a 7-figure salary. I'm supposed to rebuke him because you know why you want me to do that? You forgot who your enemy is. Yep. Deion Sanders is not my enemy. Right. That's a potential Hebrew Israelite brother. Yep. He gonna get the same penny when he learned this truth. If it's 5 minutes before the judgment, he gonna get the same penny. Y'all are forgetting this. Save your negativity, vitriol, and hatred for the real enemy. Yep. The one that wakes up in the morning, the whole world is in the palm of his hand, and he's just trying to figure out how to exploit and hate you. You mad right now. Some of y'all niggas is in Photoshop right now playing with brothers' faces and their kids' faces. Yep. And we're going to see you. You got to come outside.
You got to come outside.
And we're going to talk like brothers. We're not going to do the internet. We're going to talk like brothers. Yeah. Because you that's what we're doing, right? Yeah. You playing them kind of games. Right. All right. All right. I don't need to watch no more videos. I'm gonna see you. And then we're gonna have that talk then and see. Now, what's wrong with that?
I don't see nothing wrong with that.
But guess what? I'm not gonna dedicate my life to destroying a brother. No. I'm just gonna see you. And we're gonna talk then and see if the energy is the same that you do for your performance.
That's it.
That's it.
That's all.
But I'm not gonna wake up in the morning thinking about how to destroy another brother. That's what Edom do. Yeah. Edom wake up in the morning like, how can I exploit these niggas? Mm-hmm. How can I be racist? How can I justify my racism? How can I make myself feel better by putting these niggas down? Yeah. Oh, you think I'm lying? You think I'm making this up? Yo, say something for a minute, man.
Yeah. See, Esau is thinking of every single way of how he can keep himself on top and you Negroes at the bottom under his boot heel. That's what he's constantly meditating on, right? But you're meditating on how can I, what picture can I screenshot from this brother's Instagram to make this sort of meme? How can I paint this brother in this certain light to make him look this certain way?
Which woman can I gossip with, right, to glean information to attack another brother?
Right. That's all you're focused on instead of building the nation.
How can I tilt my lesson? Hold on. I want to do.
Yeah,
All right, that should be good.
yeah, there we go. There we go.
Mic check. Can y'all hear me? I know. We stopped the audio so there's no feedback and it burn your ears. Can y'all hear me now? We good?
There we go.
We good? Okay. All right. Now we
All right.
the browser that I use so that we can run the HD camera does not carry audio when you share your screen. So I got to go to Chrome to share audio, some nerd stuff. Don't worry about it. Now, what we figured out how to do, I got to show this. We figured out how to be the most evil monsters to each other.
Yeah.
As Blacks, Native Americans, and Hispanics.
It's easy.
But we forgot who our enemy is, right? First of all, your enemy is racist every day. Let's prove this. Let's do this first.
Yeah, they eat, sleep, and drink racism.
It's how they live.
It's their way of life.
Yeah.
Okay.
The bigots
Brother,
more than racists.
sister.
Bigots.
Look at this damn Edomite test. Look at her face, man.
God.
Now, Captain Maikai sent me this. He said, Adawan.
I know he was tight.
He said, Adawan, you must fry this devil. You have to. I said, all right, we're going to see. Check this out.
All right, so we're still having some audio issues. I'll work through that. Give them just a moment. The point of this is to teach you who your enemy is. Stop thinking that your enemy is your brother, is one who is in your same people. We got to quit with that mentality. We got to quit with that ideology. It's a loser's ideology. It's a losing formula. Only a
There's
loser
no audio.
That's not right.
will operate like that.
There's no audio?
No audio, I don't want.
Okay, hold on one second.
So he's working through the audio issues.
I'm gonna put it in this tab here. Maybe it's because I'm going between two Google Chrome profiles. Let me see something. Now you gotta hear this Edomite test, bro.
Yep. You gotta hear this.
You gotta hear this lady, man. There we go. Yeah. Check it out.
If there was a race war, you wouldn't win. Okay. First of all, you might have plenty of guns, but you don't know how to shoot them. You think this is how you shoot guns. You think this is how you shoot a pistol. That's not. I know you saw that in a movie and you thought it looked cool. And you saw your favorite fucking rapper doing that, but that's not how you aim and shoot a gun. The only reason blacks have not exterminated themselves in the hood, because black on black violence is insane and through the roof, is because they're such horrible shots. So you really think you're gonna beat a duck hunter who shoots ducks for a living, for fun, on his free time and doesn't miss? Really?
Oh, you heard her. Oh, you heard her.
Really?
Did you hear her at the end? She said, "Really, nigga." She thinks she funny.
Oh man.
First, I'm gonna be real with you. Hey, white lady, ducks don't shoot back. No. Can we start there?
It's like,
hey, Miss White Lady, ducks don't shoot back. They running from you.
right.
It's no pressure. You talking about our young men like you ready for the field, and that's not you either.
No.
You want to go to brunch,
Yep.
and you want to dance offbeat to black music,
Yeah.
but then you want to be able to talk about black people like that to satisfy your constituency. A lot of these white people is absolute losers.
Yeah.
What do I mean by that? They don't really feel like this. They just said, this is my only chance to get money.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that want that content. So let me talk that. And then I'm going to become famous for it. That's it.
That's
If you think that white lady really wants smoke with a sister out in the no, she do not. Okay?
No.
But that type of speech is speaking for millions and millions and millions of whites in America. So while you got the Twitter fingers to slander your brother from the tribe of Benjamin, the white man is trying to slander your entire nation.
Yep.
Now black people go out in the street and we shoot like this.
Because we learned it from some movie or from our favorite rapper.
We got people that's MIP trained. What are you talking about? Well, you know what? Let me stop. Let me stop. I'm one of the militant ones. They they sniped me through the window.
Right.
Brains everywhere. It's funny, but it's not funny. Because they will do that because they know that who their enemy is.
Yep.
That's one of the smart ones. Get rid of that nigga. Right? But then you got the Cushite, Myron, who's joining with them. You got Kanye West, who don't realize that Sneeko is racist.
Yes.
So is Aiden Ross.
Yes.
And they asking him strategic questions. Do you think Hitler would like you because you black, Kanye? And Kanye's like, yeah, I'm one of the smart ones. I'd be one of the ones they cleaned up and sent back to the United States. Like Kanye is completely out of his mind.
Bro. All right.
Should have never gave that nigga money, right? But he's surrounded by racists who are using the situation to get fame for themselves and money and opportunity, and they hate Kanye's guts, and they think he's just a stupid nigga.
Yeah.
They think you guys go out in the street and shoot like this. That white woman said black on black crime is through the roof. Excuse me? Have you ever been to the Ukraine?
Man. Have you seen what's going on over there in the Levant?
That's white on Arab crime. Ukraine is white on white crime. Huh? The most people to ever die in any war in history is World War I. France, Russia, Germany, Italy. Those are white countries. It was called the meat grinder. How many people died? I think white on white crime is through the roof. The Revolutionary and Civil War was a bloodbath.
Oh yeah.
Okay. But Israel, the low-hanging fruit is to pick on you.
Right.
We have raised a generation of young people who, through the influence of pop culture and social media and government-engineered mind control through peer pressure, we've raised a generation that's not even on our team.
Right.
And their nickname is YN. Look right here. We've raised a generation that is not on our team.
Think about it.
That will indiscriminately kill one of us if we cross him, and the white man being their number one enemy is not even on their mind.
No.
I'm going to show you that.
No. Not on their radar.
I'm going to show you that.
Look at this, man. Look at this, man.
This is us right now.
Oh shit! That's a little girl.
Come
It's funny, right? Goofy nigga, man. Look at you.
Israel. We've raised a generation that has come into young adulthood that does not give a damn about their own people through peer pressure, government designed peer pressure pushed through social media. That's the face of someone who does not care about anything that's happening and sees none of those people
as his own,
as his responsibility or his own. And we've raised millions of those. The government helped you raise those.
Adam, that's when you realize that this war that we fighting is impossible to win without God.
It's impossible.
It's impossible to win.
Brotherhood is an impossible dream.
It's impossible, bro. Without the Most High, yo.
The white security guard slammed Eve on the concrete, could have broke her spine.
That was a little girl. That looked like a little girl.
And then you got the white racist blonde lady is gonna say, but she's an animal and she deserved it.
Look at how they behave.
But if the brothers of SOT were there, that fight wouldn't have happened.
No. Nope. Nope.
Because our teaching and the doctrine we would have been bringing forward, they can't even get to that. Because that's what we teach Blacks, Native Americans, and Hispanics. That y'all are bigger than y'all disagreements with each other. And y'all cannot like each other, but remember not to devour and destroy one another, because at the end of the day, we brothers. Even if we got a different mother, different father. Far be it from us to laugh at the calamity of our people, we would weep.
Right.
Because we actually care
for
our people. I'm going to finish this video. I'm going to let it play a little bit more.
Oh my God. Oh shit.
These are your young women. These are your young women. And there is a gallery of people inciting this.
They're excited.
See, when we say, so you keep playing crazy games, we're going to have to see you. You know what we're saying? You're inciting this by the games you play.
Yes.
Now, is this what you want with us?
Right.
Do you want this with us? Then you're going to have to stop doing what you've been doing. And we're going to tell you that to you. Now, if you act a chimp, then it's something else.
Then it's something else.
So we're going to give you, Israelite, the chance to make the right decision.
We're going to give you, Israelite, the chance to prove to be a proper Israelite.
Because you're inciting this. The Bible tells you a friend turned to enmity is evil.
It's evil.
A woman scorned is evil. A jealous nigga is evil. A jealous woman is evil. She will hear no reasoning and she will destroy. And we incite all of these emotions with the things we say and the things we do.
Yep. There you go. Blessed be the peacemaker.
But now we've raised a generation that is excited. This is not a consequence and a last resort.
No.
This is excitement and they want this.
Yeah.
That's what you're watching when you're watching baddies.
Their feet are swift to shed blood.
When you're watching baddies, you on the edge of your seat like, I hope they fight now. I don't like this one. I hope she knock her out. And then you got to think about what you're doing. You're inciting violence of your people against their own people. And it's a reality show
Right.
But this is real life, brothers and sisters. They're not going to get a $40,000 check,
No.
and somebody might die behind
Somebody
this.
might die. Somebody's gonna go to the hospital.
Somebody might die behind this. That's enough, man.
Yeah, that's terrible, man. That's horrible.
It got to a point where the security guard was throwing bows on girls, and the guy on the microphone is saying, "Whoop that hoe."
Yep.
You forgot who your enemy is. Y'all don't got none of this energy for the white man. He could call you a nigga 5 times. You're not doing that. He could deny you a job 100 times. You're not doing that. He could block your application 250 times. You're not doing that.
No.
He could raise the prices in your supermarkets 300 times. You're not doing that. He could take your young boys, put them in special ed classes when they don't deserve it, when they really not teaching a damn thing, and ruin their potential, and you're not doing that. He could call you a nigga to your face, and you're not doing that.
Yeah.
He could take his gun as a police officer and kill your young men, and you're not doing that.
No, you're gonna twerk on the street in front of them. That's what you're gonna do.
See,
And
that's
dance on cars.
See, that's why when Carmelo Anthony and Brother Hinton out there in Cincinnati raising their hand to Esau to judge him, you got black people rising up saying they shouldn't have did that, and they evil and apologizing to white people. We showed you a couple classes ago apologizing to white people.
Oh my goodness, bro.
See, I'm with Brother Hinton. That's my son.
That's my baby, man.
But see, we not on code. That's why that police officer could get up and grab his brother's arm and say, "Sit down. What are you touching me for, man?
Right.
You out of your jurisdiction anyway, boy. You ain't God. What do you mean sit down?" But all them white people was on code, and they pushed that brother out of the courtroom.
Yep.
Keep your head up, Brother Hinton. Keep that chin up, just like you did.
That's right.
Somebody don't like that. See, it's a lot of people listening.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
And
I
not who you think.
Yeah, it'd be. Yeah. Yeah.
But you just holding your gun sideways, nigga. That's what they think about you. Your love must be reserved for your people, and your anger and vitriol and hatred and merciless rage must be for those who enslaved, raped, robbed, and murdered you, not for your own brother. Our women are supposed to be too delicate to set their feet upon the ground. And they in the Mexican restaurant balling like that with grown men. And they're getting rooted to do it. And they're being conditioned to be that way. I feel sorry. I have no idea who my son is what is he gonna do in his life for a wife? We gotta arrange his marriage. He must be with a woman in the truth. We must make it happen. We must raise our young boys to be proper Israelites. And you can't do that by being a hoe.
Nope.
You can't be an Israelite in a camp and be a BAN. Because what's your son gonna become? He's watching you.
Come on, man.
He got to be able to say, my father, they violate, and he has patience, and he go directly to them. He don't play them games that they play, because his respect of the nation is too high to humiliate the nation. He's a man about his. He's not playing games with memes and TMZ games.
Right.
He got the Bible out. He told me don't discuss other men's lives. He told me don't upbraid.
My father's a real man.
And don't slander. What are you teaching you brothers got big congregations, but you hoes.
I'll never understand.
Somebody got to grab the reins of this thing. So take it personal. If the shoe fit, you got to put it on, man. That's you. If you're taking it personal, that's you. I'm talking to you. If you're taking it personal, I'm talking to you.
All you want.
You must grab the reins of this thing. There's an example that has to be set.
Mhm.
Our daughters will never behave and conduct that way if we can help it. And God help us help that. That's why the Bible said, beat him on his sides while there's still hope.
Yep. He's young.
Don't play with him and coddle him, or he will make you ashamed when he becomes older. That's what we're trying to do out here. But as a nation, we are Sodom's children.
Yep.
And we need to get beat upside the head, man.
Yep.
To get our scruples back.
Because y'all really lost sight. Y'all lost sight of the mission and of the goal these past few months. Y'all completely lost sight to indulge in your fleshly desires of consuming slanderers and gossiping and strife and envy. You lost sight of the main mission to consume that. And now you took 10 paces back. When we should have been 10 paces ahead, we've taken 10 paces back.
Israel, we real people. We're going to disagree. We're going to fight. We're going to get on the phone with each other and curse each other out.
It's going to happen.
But don't forget who your enemy is. You waking up first thing in the morning, making a video about another man. Don't make a video about Esau, wicked ass. You getting tears in your eyes when you see how many people's in your live stream to see you slander another man. That's in the truth with you.
That's in your jacket.
And the Most High is gonna fix you. I'm talking about you're gonna get the Allen key and the monkey wrench and fix you, and you cannot escape unless you repent. I'm telling you that.
Yeah.
You don't worry about me. Don't worry about Kaya.
Hey.
The Most High gonna fix you niggas, man. Because in his time, he will set up a righteous king and a righteous ruler.
That's right.
When the Lord is ready. That's what the Bible says.
That's right.
Y'all have the reins in your hand and you let him go, and the horse is running right for the cliff, and all you care about is how many people watching.
Yep.
Well, watch this. We have failed.
Simpleton, man.
We have failed as a people, man. Watch this.
There she go again.
The white man has never left his code, and he's secretly on code, pretending like he's for you.
Yes.
Watch.
Yes.
Watch. Learn this devil's games, man.
Why would you want to support a white racist?
Because I want to support free speech, and you cannot have free speech in the country.
No, that's fine. You can support free speech, but you also have to be accountable for what you say. Would you use the N-word out of interest?
Yes.
You would?
Mm-hmm. I do quite frequently.
You use the N-word quite frequently. Well, why? Other than the fact you're a despicable racist. Are you?
Some would say I am. I guess according to the ADL, I'm a white supremacist. I'm a neo-Nazi.
Yeah, but if you use the N-word repeatedly, you are a racist, then, are you?
Sure, I'll embrace that. If that means forwarding, helping white people achieve freedom of speech, real freedom of speech, which, by the way, Shiloh Hendricks is being attacked on all fronts. They're trying to bring legal charges against her. They're trying to get her children taken away. So you were saying Carmelo Anthony, it doesn't matter. That's a different
Sorry, but just to be
thing.
clear, you just said to me you use the N-word regularly. In what context? Do you use it with black people?
Yes, if it's appropriate.
When would it be appropriate to use the N-word?
People.
When would it be appropriate?
Anytime I feel like it.
So you're an unashamed racist.
Correct.
Well, do you understand that makes you a despicable human being?
I guess so. I don't really care. I mean, why are we not talking about Shiloh Hendricks? Why are we talking about?
Well, actually, I think you've moved it on in this debate very quickly to your own racism, which explains why you've supported her in public and why you've got all these views. You see no problem with a woman shrieking the N-word repeatedly because you yourself are a despicable racist, and you've just proudly admitted that with a smug grin on your face, which is pretty horrifying, actually, for most people to have to watch. And shame on you. You're entitled to do it, and I'm entitled to call you despicable.
Now, that clip has another part where he provokes the woman to say it.
Yeah.
He goes, go ahead and say it.
Yeah.
And then
the
young black brother, and you might can see him on Joe Budden podcast. He actually spoke to the Israelites around us because he used to deal with CNN, and CNN is right near where we teach, and brothers have spoken to him in real life. And he said, no. I'm the only nigga up here.
Right.
So if she says the N-word, the only person that's going to be offended is me.
Right.
And Myron pulls out a gun with like a prop gun and pulls the trigger, and the N-word falls out.
Yep.
Because he's a Sudanese loser,
Yeah.
who built his platform on sympathizing with racist whites
Yep.
against black people as if he's one of us.
Right.
No. That's why his ass got fixed quick.
Yeah.
Who was he talking to? Tariq Nasheed
Nasheed
fixed him quick.
Cooked him.
He said, Myron, you need to stop talking about black people issues and fix your own country.
Yep.
Because Sudan is a failed country. There's people taking crap right in the street.
Yep.
Y'all don't have plumbing. And you talking about black Americans.
Right.
And Myron was pissed. He got cut. Go back and listen to that.
Yep.
He got cut. They had to move him off the
I think that
panel.
was on Twitter.
They had to move him off the panel because he got humiliated. Tariq smoked him on that.
And it was funny too, because the panel that he was pandering to were still calling him the N-word.
It's crazy. So the thing about it is, white people are still on code because him provoking her to say the N-word was for his views and for him to exploit our pain for attention.
Yep.
And sensationalism.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, the black brother, Mark, he had a presence of mind to shut that down. Because that devil is not on our team.
Right. No.
Don't get it twisted.
No.
He's a Jew. He's with Israel.
Yeah.
He's down with them. Okay. Now, why am I showing you them clips? Because white people still on code and they still don't like you.
And you not.
They don't care if you're a Hebrew Israelite, Muslim, Jehovah Witness, Baptist, Pentecostal. You a nigga, and they don't like you.
They on code and you not.
And you are part of the most powerful movement known to mankind, which is the Hebrew Israelite awakening. And you attacking your own brothers.
They on code and you not.
You forgot who your enemy is. We have raised a generation of young men who will be indiscriminately violent against their own people for the slightest offense, and crushing the white agenda is not on their mind.
Mm-mm.
We are the last help. The last hope is the Hebrew Israelite awakening.
That's it, man. That's all you got.
And we destroying it ourselves with these inexperienced young niggas who never built nothing,
Never built
are
nothing
destroying
that
it from the inside because they emotional and they not worthy of a position or a voice yet.
No.
They got more work to put in.
Yeah.
Going on the street and cutting a stupid peasant Edomite does not make you a nationalist leader.
It don't.
I'm gonna show you something else.
Wisdom and experience.
I'm gonna show you the generation that has been socially engineered, that we have to take responsibility for, and all hands on deck to reversing the impact of this generation, because they're gonna have babies.
Yep.
And then it's over.
Yep.
The Most High gonna have to intercede. In the meantime, somebody gotta grab the reins. Somebody gotta sacrifice their own comfort, their own life goals, and their own dreams and hopes, and say, I gotta be responsible for my people.
And you know, that's funny that you say that, because I was joking with my wife the other day. I was like, out of all my ancestors, not one of them became extremely rich and was able to pass that down to me. I gotta be the one to do it. I'm down to me. I gotta be the one to do it.
Because Esau, you know what he was doing? He was fighting Minuteman warfare.
Yeah.
That means I got a musket gun, chewing tobacco, and some gunpowder. And I'm standing 15 feet away from somebody else with the same thing. And I hope I shoot him first. Bang. I missed. Damn.
Bang, they got me.
Bang, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He was willing to fight. He was just willing to fight and die. Don't tread on me.
Gotta be willing to do it.
Black people, we do die-ins. We actually mock die to hope that the white man feels sorry for we could borrow some of his peace. No, you must be willing to die for your people too. That's why when we was really serious about this and we was really making progress as a unified nation, they started killing our leaders.
Yep.
And by striking the shepherd, the sheep scattered. Because this devil is evil. He killed his own president.
Yep.
He assassinated Kennedy on TV.
Yep. Didn't care.
They try to kill Ronald Reagan on TV. This devil will kill his own president.
Eat of his own flesh.
To get his agenda across. We must wake up and stop playing games. We have forgotten who our enemy is. You could go to work with him. You could be corporate with him. You could sit with him in the lunchroom. You could bowl with him. You could play baseball with him, play football, hockey with him. You could go to karaoke and they there. He could pass you the mic. But don't forget, your love, deference, grace, and compassion must be reserved for your own people.
Man, and this is the hinge of this entire message. What is for your people, your admiration, your mercy, your grace, all of this must be reserved for your own people. Because they reserve theirs for theirs. You should reserve yours for yours. Nobody is going to help you more than you are. Nobody's going to help your own more than you will. Period. You are the beginning and the ending for your people. The power of our fathers has been trying to teach us this for generations. And we have not been able to get it. We have resorted to fighting amongst each other, fighting amongst ourselves, fighting in our households. I'm so mad at you, I could just take you out. That's not going to resolve the problem. Especially when you are captive in another person's society. When they brought you over to their society to work for them for free. And you may be like, Akazaki Yahoo, I'm getting paid. I make 6 figures, 7 figures. I got investments. I got 401k. I'm straight in this society. Yeah, but you're still a victim. You're still a slave. You've still been relegated to their society. Imagine a society that's geared for you, that revolves around you. Imagine a society where you are the victor, where people work for you, not because you built the corporation, but because the society is geared for them to work for you, and they're happy to do it. They're happy to do it, happy to come in and work for you, happy to clean up your house, your toilet, your shower and your bathtub, sweep your floors, make sure it's spotless, scrub it with cleaning solutions, make sure it smells perfectly good. Every little sprinkle of urine that you put out gets cleaned up. Imagine that. And it's not because you pay them to do it. It's because it's their obligation to do it. They're supposed to do it. You can't even fathom that because you've been on the back end of it for generations. Some of our parents came up, some of our grandparents came up cleaning houses. That's how they got anything, cleaning behind somebody else. On their hands and knees, scrubbing floors in the bathroom, scrubbing bathtubs, picking cotton. All these things that none of us want to do. They did it because they were relegated to the bottom of society. You want your children in the bottom of society? I don't. I want the very best for my children. I want the highest possibility for my children. I want wives for my sons, and I want a husband who will love my daughter so much that he will lay down his life for her. That's what I want for my children. Not the opposite. Let's continue.
Yes.
See how you could be normalized in society. You don't have to be a weirdo, but you must remember that you also, that if there's hatred inside of you where you're willing to brawl in the club and tear the whole place up, that got to be for this devil that's calling you a nigga to your face on TV. You got to be reserving that for them.
It's got to be.
Somebody got to teach that to our people. And there's black people that's going to stand up and tell me not to say that. And he ain't going to say nothing to that devil that we just showed you. But I'll be damned if y'all get up there and teach these good black people. Now, and white man ain't doing it. All white people ain't bad. Them niggas got to go. Them niggas got to go extinct.
They got
damn,
you, man.
Y'all been around since the 1800s. Yo, them niggas been around for 200 years.
Around for a long time.
Y'all niggas got to go extinct, yo. And black people that just love their people and got a sense of nationalism in them, we got to become the norm.
You got to get up.
The only people that's teaching that is the Israelites. Muslims ain't teaching you that. Hell no. Hell no. Nation of Islam be trying to explain it to you, but then they got a problem because they pushing the Arab man's religion.
Yeah.
So it's weird. The only people that's bringing you a religion for you, an agenda for you, and love and affection for you is the Israelites.
That's it, man.
And the Israelites done forgot who their enemy is.
Yeah.
Nigga, we going at each other. What the hell is we doing? Nigga, can y'all argue off? I want to argue off camera. Call me, nigga. I will tell you straight up how I feel. But I'm not gonna use my platform for that.
Right.
Since when?
Since when, man? See, a lot of Negroes, they didn't come up in a household where their parents told them, especially if they got siblings, don't fight with your siblings in public.
Right.
Don't fight with your siblings in front of your friends. Well, why, mom? Why that? Why I can't do? Because they're gonna see that y'all not unified, that y'all weak. That's exactly what my dad told me. They're gonna see that y'all not unified and that y'all weak, and they can infiltrate y'all. They can separate y'all. But y'all are brothers. Y'all are supposed to be like this. Never fight in front of your friends. That's what my dad told me and my brothers.
Yo, the chat is good tonight. If you've been looking, they talking. They going in. They going in. Listen, this is our next generation. The white man is mobilizing and mocking you publicly now that cancel culture is over, and letting you know that in my household, you a nigga. I think the least of you a damn monkey to me.
All right, so before we jump to that, I want to talk about what the other just said. His father taught them and his brothers to present a united front against the society. Never go out in public fighting against one another. And that's real. Because when you present that united front, yeah, we have disagreements. Yeah, we might have spats. Yeah, these things will happen. It is what it is. But nevertheless, regardless of that, regardless of those circumstances and situations, your obligation to your household is that you and your brothers be on the same page. That's an obligation that you have to your household, is that you and your brothers be on the same page. And until we get that understanding, until we operate at that capacity, we're going to continue to have these issues. So that was a wonderful lesson that his father taught him. And I hope that you've learned from that, showing that united front is a very important situation, very important circumstance. Let's continue.
And I'll mock you to your face. What that white lady said, I say nigga all the time.
Yeah.
Anytime I want.
Anytime I want.
I'll use it anywhere. I don't care. She knows she
Whenever I
lying.
feel like it.
She knows she lying.
Yeah.
She know that Eve will slap the taste out of her mouth.
Eve will beat the brakes out for her. Are you kidding?
But you got to get the right Eve.
Yeah.
See, a lot of y'all just gonna cry and film with your iPhone.
Like that dude in that country town. Can't remember. I think you showed it on one class. He was crying because they wouldn't accept him into the store or something like that.
I believe it happened, but I don't recall.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I believe it though.
The town name.
Listen, she's getting famous off being racist, and she's getting backed by white people. A white woman called a young black child a nigga at a playground.
Yes, and she made over $500,000.
And she made $500,000 off of GoFundMe, but GoFundMe took down Brother Hinton. You can't give him no money.
Nope.
Because they're on code. Because they're on code. When are you going to get on code? The Lord has a code.
That's right.
And we're going to show you that when we go into these scriptures. You know, we got to go into the Bible. But right now, we kicking it with you right now. We having class with you.
Mm-hmm.
We invited you into our school, our home, and we just talking to you. It's like we sitting down and having a powwow. We got to talk about this.
God.
Notice that what I teach, I don't care if white people watch this. I didn't say nothing that I care that they don't like on this class.
Right.
When we mobilize and we do what we need to do for our people, that's not televised.
Nope.
But these lessons, I hope they see that there's a generation resisting what their fathers pushed on us. Not all of us are the niggas that you genetically engineered.
Mm-hmm.
I want to show you this clip. Look at this.
Yeah, so
When I can't lie, I'ma walk down. When I can't take, I'ma walk down, walk down, walk down. That's what you saying? You feel me? What are you saying? Act right now. Act right. Act like folk now. Act like folk now. Act like folk now. You know, see that? Then we got one at the top. We'll sit on the top. Tell the side. Go into move. Go into move. Go into move. And one on the other end. Go into move, please. Go into.
Now this is where we differ, and this is why I have to play other people's videos, because I wouldn't show you this bullshit. I wouldn't put this up at all. You know, I don't know what these young brothers are doing or why they're doing it. It's ridiculous, and I wouldn't even highlight this through my YouTube, my Facebook, or anything else. I don't share foolishness of my people. Now, if this was some other people, yeah, I'll show you. I don't know what they're doing, why they're doing it. It don't make sense. And these young brothers need leadership. And that's the biggest problem in our society. They need leadership. They need to come to camp. They need to get with some brothers that's teaching the truth. And they need to learn it and operate in it. Period. Let's continue.
So move. Go with your move. Please go with your move. When I can't lie, I'ma walk down. When I can't take, I'm
Casually flagging.
This is who. Hold on, bro. Damn, son.
No knowledge of gun safety whatsoever.
Damn, son. Man.
Sad. No, I wouldn't.
And now the white lady in the video, like, see.
That makes me want to
do that.
Yeah.
That we justified her slander. Because that video is a social media video. Do you know that the cameraman never turned around?
Nope.
So if there was ever really a real threat, the guy filming would have turned around to see what everybody up on.
Mm-hmm.
That was made specifically for social media because that's who they want to be.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't even real. I saw through that. The Honorable Priest Zabak teaches that when you deal with Yahushua, you get discernment. All right. The Honorable Priest Yashawan of the original Sons of Thunder said you're supposed to be able to read people because you're dealing with the Most High now. Well, we can read that. That wasn't real. If there was a real threat, the cameraman would have upped and put his camera down. He made sure to film everybody up in because that's the video they wanted to make. They had their boy drive the car. I see through y'all young men. But the problem is, why do you want to be that? You're a clear and present danger to your own people who live in the same place you do. But you're not going. That said Georgia, right? You're not going to Buckhead. Yeah. You're not going to Buckhead and doing that. No. You're not going to Alpharetta and doing that.
The cops will shoot you dead.
Exactly.
You're not menacing Esau.
Right.
You menacing your own
community. Right.
That is a failure of protocol. That is a devastating failure. So guess what? Somebody got to grab it.
Somebody got to grab it. Grab the reins.
That's why we teach in 5 points. That's why we send brothers out to Edgewood to speak to the even younger generation where they collectively gather. Because somebody got to make sure that they know, hey, everything y'all did in that video is an embarrassment to your nation. Not white people going to talk about you because you did that.
Right.
No disrespect. I'm about to put the middle. I did it, but I didn't. Slack it. Let's not get carnal. We don't give a damn what them crackers think.
No.
We're telling you, as your spiritual leaders and your nationalist leadership, we're telling you that's an embarrassment to your nation.
Stop doing that.
Don't do that. That video is only hard when you go to Buckhead and do that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, we ain't going down. All right, then don't do it at all.
Don't do it.
You know what's a better video to make? All you young brothers are saying this neighborhood is protected from racist outsiders.
Exactly.
The Klan can't come here. Them white boys from Stone Mountain can't come here.
There you go.
Make that video. Then you making power moves. Now I'm gonna post that video before every class.
Exactly.
Make that video.
I think that was on the news too. They're starting to do that in Ohio. This group of black people mobilizing and protecting the kids that get on the school bus and whatnot. They protecting their neighborhood because of that recent neo-Nazi march through that they had.
The Lord always has a remnant.
Yeah.
Peace and safety to those brothers. May the angels surround them and make all of their, if it comes to it, may they all be successful. All right? Israel, we got to reevaluate this thing and completely redesign this movement. All right? We are way out of line. We have forgotten who our enemy is. And here it is. We, the Hebrew Israelites, the most important spiritual movement of all time.
Yes.
Did you hear what I said? The Hebrew Israelites is the most important spiritual movement of all time. And we forgot who our enemy is.
How can that happen, man? That's something that's not something that's supposed to happen.
No.
The Hebrew Israelites are not to be the ones who take their eye off the ball and forget who their enemy is.
Right.
That should not be us.
Never.
We have this. We got discernment now. We should know better now. But I guess niggas still lack life experience. Listen to me. I'm 23. Finna turn 24. I'm talking like that.
Do you see the responsibility that fell on you at a young age? Because we do not have elder leadership that's on this. Our older men are trying to move into retirement and live off their pensions and 401ks. They trying to ride off into the sunset. They trying to have things, buy cars, and take trips.
They lived a long life. And
they trying to ball right now because they worked really hard to get where they got. Our men that are reaching retirement ages in 2025, in the year that we in. Mm-hmm. The revolutionary mind state has pretty much dissipated because people are not seeing a return on that. Mm-hmm. And it's not worth missing out on the finer things in life to be that I'm going to leave these niggas to their own devices. You know what that means? Somebody got to grab the reins. Somebody got to grab the reins on this thing. Whoa.
Somebody got to do it.
You think it's conducive for me to be a Hebrew Israelite teacher? I have a special set of skills. I work in marketing, media, and entertainment. You think it's conducive for me to teach at 5 points and say the things that I need to say to be right with God and the Bible and my people? You think that is conducive for me? That's why I say you niggas that never built nothing. Some of you niggas, man, you bagging groceries, man. And then you go out in the street and you make a complete mockery and embarrassment of what this Israelite thing is because you got nothing to lose. Some of us got a lot to lose. Some of us got kids and huge responsibilities and reputations. And you know what we say? I put that all to the back that I may win Christ. And you don't understand that. This is the most important spiritual movement of all time. This is not TMZ. This is not a playground for you to get your sassy feelings out. This is not for you to make expose hidden enemies. No, nigga, the enemy is not hidden. It's Esau.
Right.
It's the other nations. And if your energy is spent, nigga, sit in the room for 6 hours with
6 hours.
calling niggas, yo, I need dirt on y'all.
Yeah.
Yo, ooh, she'll give me something.
Ooh,
Let me ask her.
Take a screenshot of that.
Yeah, if you spending 6 hours doing that, my nigga, you're a waste man.
Yes.
Fam. You're a waste man, fam. You're not fit for the roads, fam.
You're a son of Belial,
right?
Honestly.
A son of Belial, a good for
You're
nothing.
useless.
Okay? Or as Captain Asha Allah put it, straight up.
Straight up.
The chat going crazy right now.
Straight
All
up.
We love Sabbath class over here. Y'all all welcome. If you got any new viewers, subscribe to the channel. All our classes is like this. And Thursday is crazy. And Saturday, we got bar for bar. You need to be watching that.
Gotta watch bar for
all right. We working on bringing you Truth Tuesday back. We getting our brothers in order. Now let me show you this. See, Esau. No, let's get a scripture. I want you to read something.
Esau, man, you're not getting away from nothing, man.
Give me Lamentations 2 and 14.
Khan. The book of Lamentations, chapter 2 and verse 14.
When everybody have it on the call, say Khan.
I know they're not asleep. Khan.
There we go. You know it's a delay.
Khan. Lamentations 2 and 14.
Read this.
Thy prophets have seen vain and foolish things for thee, and they have not discovered thine iniquity, to turn away thy captivity.
See, the niggas that you going to for entertainment are giving you vain and foolish things. They are not teaching you what is necessary to turn your captivity.
Right.
We focused on teaching you that.
Right.
Somebody got to grab the damn reins. Ain't no over righteous teaching here either.
Right.
We real niggas. Like, we not fake people trying to act holier than thou.
I mean, what's the most important thing in any captivity? Getting the hell out. Getting out of the captivity. Getting free of the bondage. That should be the most important thing that you can accomplish when you are in captivity. And the problem is that apparently we got brothers and sisters in the truth who don't understand that this is captivity. We're focused on everything except getting out of captivity. Somehow, some way, we've lost sight of getting out of captivity. You think because you got a passport and a boarding pass to go over to Europe for a vacation for 2 weeks, that you're not in captivity? Get pulled over by the police and see what happens. Let them come knock on your door, search warrant, and see what happens. Let somebody accuse you of something and see what happens. Let your job decide to make cutbacks and see who get cut first. See what happens. But you're not in captivity. Well, what are you in charge of? Can you put your people on? Can you take what you're doing and take care of your whole nation? Then you in captivity. That's what captivity is. The inability to care for your own people. Fully and completely. Read the Torah. The Torah was instruction on how to care for your people that we're supposed to be keeping here today. This is why you don't glean your whole garden. You leave some so that the people when they go by, they don't have to feel like they starving. You're not supposed to be out there with a shotgun talking about, don't touch my food. They supposed to have some. The Most High gave you that. It's supposed to be there for the people. Y'all don't understand these things. Let's continue.
That's why we told you. Some of these brothers, we just gonna have to see you when we see you. We're not gonna embarrass Israel. We just gonna see you when we see, and we'll see if it's the same energy when there's no cameras and it's me and you talking like that. We will see.
And it'll just be that.
And it'll just be that. But in the meantime, the nation needs food. We're not gonna use our disagreement and irritation and frustration with you as content, because how does that feed the nation?
Right. What benefit? What does that bring?
Don't forget who your enemy is. There's someone I hate way more than you simple niggas.
Yeah.
With a perfect hatred. I count him mine enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Read again.
God, thy prophets have seen vain and foolish things for thee, and they have not discovered thine iniquity, to turn away thy captivity.
See, nobody's teaching you that backbiting, the Most High not dealing with that. Nobody's teaching you that tail bearing, the Most High is not dealing with that. Nobody's telling you that interfering with marriages, the Most High is not dealing with that. Nobody's telling you that backdooring brothers, the Most High is not dealing with that. Nobody's telling you that revealing secrets, the Most High is not dealing with that. Nobody's telling you that talking about other men's lives, the Most High is not dealing with that. Nobody's telling you that slander, the Most High is not dealing with that. And that's the only content that Israel seems to be entertained with these days. Mm-hmm. Somebody got to grab the reins of this thing.
Yep.
Whoa. I don't got the most popping channel. How many people watching? We don't have the most popping channel. His brothers be having 800 people, 1,000, 1K. It'd be saying 1.4K up there. And they don't teach nothing but talk about other men. So this group of people watching right here, I'm gonna focus on them and I'm gonna teach them right things, not smooth things. I'm not gonna give them deceits, because I'm teaching things that'll turn you from your captivity. Read on.
Come on. But have seen for thee false burdens and causes of banishment.
All they giving you is false burdens and causes of banishment.
Wow.
That scripture cut your ass. Right. Now read on.
All that pass by clap their hands at thee.
And now you a laughing stock. They mock you. Yeah. Look at these niggas. Israel, you have become, look at these niggas. Do you know Vocab Malone jumped in to all of this sensationalism that's been going? He jumped in it and said, look at them. He passed by and clapped his hands at us. Read on.
Con. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty?
You guys are supposed to be the children of Israel. You guys are just slandering and destroying. I had to watch Vocab Malone say that. You guys are just tearing each other down like this. You guys are supposed to be the Israelites. Like this is, you're just attacking other brothers in your thing of yours. So that just makes this whole thing a joke. Read that verse.
All that pass by clap their hands at thee.
Look at you guys.
They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem.
Look at you. This is not how you hold a gun, okay? You think you're gonna defeat somebody that shoots ducks? Yes, but that's another story. Read on.
Saying, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty?
Are these the Hebrew Israelites?
The joy of the whole earth?
Are you supposed to be the top nation? Give me a break. Look at what you guys do. Yo, I'm embarrassed.
You gave the heathen an occasion.
All right, against us.
I'm embarrassed. Yeah, pause for a minute. Think about that, right? Mm-hmm. That's embarrassing.
That's very embarrassing.
And the scripture got the number. Mm-hmm. You've given us nothing but causes for banishment, the things that you teach and talk about.
Yep.
You using this unicorn internet, this one-of-a-kind invention by a black man, by the way. Mm-hmm. You're using this one-of-a-kind invention to promote slander for attention in these last days?
Every worthwhile invention that we have, from the ceiling fan to the internet to the computer, mobile phones, cell phones, all of that, Negroes. You wouldn't have any of that if it not for so-called Negroes, who are the Israelites, according to the scriptures. The Most High have never stopped dealing with us from that aspect. Now, did he let us go into captivity? Absolutely. However, he did not take away his barakah on us, which is why these nations don't want to let us go. The Mizrahites didn't want to let us go. These heathen we under now don't want to let us go, where we're scattered to the four quarters of the earth. Every nation that we scattered in, they know that it's a barakah to have us there. So they don't want to let us go. And this is why, what the other one is talking about. Let's continue.
You forgot who your enemy is. Where's your video with Esau's face? And you, with all that venom you spewing, where's it at going for him? Oh, SOT, we'll do it.
Yeah, we got it.
We never forgot who our enemy is.
Nope. We're not going to lose the plot, man.
Go on to Patreon. You're going to see me talking to a white Christian on Clubhouse, tearing him to pieces because he thought he could say slick Christian tropes against black people, guys that's modern Christianity, and we just intellectually destroyed him.
That's right.
Because we never forgot who our enemy is.
That's right.
Now, how many videos we got about these silly niggas?
None.
We too busy.
Too much
too
work
busy,
to do.
bro. Y'all tugging our fringes for attention, bro. No, we busy fighting the real enemy.
Yeah.
Somebody got to grab the reins on this thing. That's right, Amariah.
I agree.
No chat going.
1,000%. Adawan is absolutely unequivocally correct. It's time to put the foolishness to the side. And it's time to work on nation building. It's time to be Israelite nationalists. Hebrew Israelite nationalists. How do we work to fulfill the scripts so that Hamashiach returns and we are free from this captivity? How do we get a Hamashiach here to get this captivity over with? That needs to be the focus of the children of Israel. Yasha'al. I don't care if you call yourself in a camp, in an assembly, in a congregation. I don't care about none of that. All I care about is that we get the hell up out of here. Back to our own land. That's got to be your goal, my goal, the goal of the nation is to get back where we're supposed to be. Let's continue.
Crazy today.
We love disrespecting the heathen. That's right. That's right. We had to explain to a brother today on Clubhouse, right? The ministry that we built, putting in extra work on the Clubhouse. We had to explain to a brother what it meant. What does it mean to treat someone like a heathen?
And
right?
Jake was arguing with us.
Yeah.
Man. Give me.
Absolutely. That's a very valuable point. You think about the words of Hamashiach, Messiah. He was on the earth. He said, go to that brother. First of all, you have a problem with your brother, go to that brother. He won't hear you, take 2 or 3 witnesses with you. He won't hear you, bring it to the assembly, the congregation, the camp, whoever. He won't hear them, let him be as a heathen. Why did he say let him be as a heathen? Because we don't give a damn about the heathens. You're not supposed to give a damn about a heathen. A heathen has no favor with you. None. That's why so many times in the text, the warning was he shall be cut off from his people. You cut off, where are you? What you got? You the nation of Israel, Yasha'Allah. And you cut off from your people. What you got now? You got absolutely nothing. Now you got to go out there with these folks and hang with them because you got nothing. Better learn. Let's continue.
1 Samuel 25:8.
Some of you brothers act like heathens. The way you conduct yourself with your brothers and with your sisters.
Let me make sure that's what I want. No, give me 2 Samuel 2:11.
Yeah.
2 Samuel 2:11.
Now we got to go into the archives of Israel.
Oh yeah.
We got to go into the archives of Israel.
Chronicles of Israel.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna put that on the screen. Read that.
2 Samuel 2:11. And the time that David was king in Hebron over the house of Judah was 7 years and 6 months.
Go ahead.
And Abner the son of Ner and the servants of Ishbosheth, the son of Saul, went out from Mahanaim
Very good.
to Gibeon.
Come on.
And Joab the son of Zeruiah and the servants of David went out and met together by the pool of Gibeon. And they sat down, the one on the one side of the pool and the other on the other side of the pool.
This is Israel versus Israel.
Right.
We've been doing this.
Yep.
How you work out
We
properly.
got heathens of every nation round about that these mighty men could be violating, but they took their energy and put it against each other.
Mhm.
Benjamin versus Judah. Read on.
And Abner said to Joab, let the young men now arise and play before us. And Joab said, let them arise.
They leadership got their young men going at each other in violence. Nobody grabbed the reins on this thing. Abner's supposed to be an honorable man of Benjamin. He is the captain of Saul's host.
Yep.
And Joab is the captain of David's host. These are some of the most fearsome warriors the world has ever seen. But they not thinking about the nation right now. They're caught in a pissing contest.
Right. Worthless.
Let the young men arise and play before us. This is not a game.
It's not a game.
And instead of Joab saying that's unwise, what did he say?
Let them arise.
Let's do it then.
Yep.
See, that's what y'all want. Y'all want to slander y'all all in SOT and certain of my captains and brothers. And then you want me to say, all right, they made it like that. Go get them niggas. Nah. Somebody got to grab the reins on this thing. You know what I tell him? I said, if he's talking like that on the internet, we're going to see him. And we're going to see if it's the same way when we see each other and give them a chance to have that same energy. If it's not like that, then we know what it is. It's just internet games.
All praises to the Most High, man. All praises to the Most High, to the power of Israel, to the power of Yasha'al, to the power of Yasha'Allah, Bashem HaMashiach, Wamalak, Yahawashai, Yahoshua, Yahushua. However you pronounce it, it really doesn't matter. That's not the important thing. The important thing is you're dealing with the Most High, the power of Israel, in the name of his beloved son. However you pronounce it, doesn't matter. I don't deal with the JC foolishness because it's foolishness. I know better than that. But what's important is that you get this information, you get this message, and you put it into your ruach, into your spirit, and you utilize it for what it needs to be utilized for. So that when the time comes, you can reach in and pull that information out and not fall for the same foolishness that those who came before us fell for. That's the lesson here. Let's continue.
And you trying to get attention. But if they gonna disrespect like they do on the internet in person, we shall see.
We'll see. We'll see.
Somebody got to grab the reins on this thing. Yes, brothers can. Look how real I'm keeping it. Yes, brothers can fight, but we're not going to embarrass the nation because you want to do that. Yes, brothers can argue, but we'll sit in that council for 5 days and we'll go through it. Right? We'll sit through it with moderation. What are you talking about? Somebody.
Then there arose and went over by number 12 of Benjamin, which pertained to Ishbosheth, the son of Saul, and 12 of the servants of David. And they caught every one his fellow by the head, and thrust his sword in his fellow's side. So they fell down together.
No, somebody won.
And thrust his sword in his fellow's side, so they fell down together.
No, there was a winner. There was one team that came out on top.
Nobody won. When it's you versus yours, nobody wins. Nobody wins. Actually, I take that back. Your true enemy wins. When you take time to fight amongst yourselves, the only winner are those who are not participating on the outside, who have a vested interest in your demise. That's who won in this situation. That's who wins. The Philistines, the Edomites, Moab, Ammon, Ishmael, Esau, all of them win. When you have a problem in Israel and Yasha'al and Yasha'Allah, and you resolve that with violence and mudslinging and all this foolishness, they win. Psalms 83, that whole council who are taking crafty counsel against your people, they are the victors. Those, is it 8 or 10? They win. Not Israel, not the tribe of Yehuda or the tribe of Yahawada, not the tribe of Benjamin, not the tribe of Asher, not the tribe of Ephraim. The outsiders win, not the tribe of Gad. None of them are the victors. It's the ones who are on the outside. They're the ones that's winning. Let's continue.
And thrust his sword in his fellow's side, so they fell down together.
You both fall when you do this. You fall down together. You fall down together. You fall down together. But
this is why I'm doing this lesson. This is why I'm reviewing this lesson, because this needs to be understood. This is what we lack, an understanding and knowledge and strength as a nation. This is what these situations, this pride and this arrogance and all of this, now you can't talk to me like that, you this and that. This is foolishness. We need unity, camaraderie. Think about Hamashiach. Always think about Hamashiach. Think about the woman at the well. You're talking to her. She said, are you greater than our father, Yaakov? First of all, you Yahudim, you Yahawadim, y'all have no dealings with us Samaritans. So what are you talking to me for? You have no dealings with us. Then she said, are you greater than our father, Yaakov? Are you a greater man than he is? He the one set this up for us. He said, woman, if you knew who I was, you'd be asking me for a drink that you thirst no more again. And you read that and it goes right over your head, because you look at your brother with hate in your eyes and you forget who your enemy is. You forget you have an enemy that wants you destroyed, that wants to wipe you off the face of the earth. And yet you look at your brother as if your brother is the problem. Let's continue.
We really supposed to rise together. But we can't even do that because you done turned this into a gang thing where only your camp can rise and everybody else is a byword and a slur because they don't wear the same shirt as you.
Right.
Honorable men who love their wives and take care of their children and look after their elders. Mm-hmm. But they got to be a byword and a slur because they don't wear the same logo as you. The Bible says we all fall down together.
Together.
Should read that whole account one day. I got a lesson called Joab the Enforcer. It goes into that. Check the archives. It's on the YouTube. Joab the Enforcer. We all fall down together. Did the Bible say that?
That's what it said.
That's what happens when nobody grabs the reins and we turn this thing into a pissing contest. We fall down together. And you know what? We forgot who the enemy is.
Forgot it. Because your enemy, the only one that wins when you do that. Only one.
I just want you to think about it on this Sabbath evening.
I can't win.
I just want you to think about it. I want you to think about the kind of content that we put out. I want you to think about that. The kind of content that we put out, the energy that we bring to Israel, and who do you need to get your spiritual food from? Some things is not nutritious.
I can't win going at my brother's neck. There's no victory for me there. There's no victory for me in that situation. I can't win in that situation. Let's continue.
Yeah.
There are some foods you have to abstain from. Well, guess what? There's some Israelite teachings that you're going to have to fall back from. Yo, I can no longer watch these videos and these lessons, man. I can't, man. Like what you talking, bro? Yo, you going off, bro. And then they're going to viciously attack you.
Yep.
For saying that. And you know what you got to be able to do? That's internet talk. You on the internet with it, bro. I don't take that seriously. You like my son. You on the internet, bro.
I don't believe you until you actually.
You arguing with this. You will never talk to me like that. And then you just go about your day. Yeah. Now that nigga got to make the conscious choice to try to play with you like that. And then we'll see what things are. Nobody said we choir boys, but Israel. So a lot of this is just high fructose corn syrup, sweet shit, man. I can't say it no other way. It's not even real, man.
Fructose corn syrup. That was a great analogy. That's all it is.
You know what's real? That Edomite getting her makeup done, her hair done, sitting in front of a camera and being broadcast to millions of people across the United States, telling you she say nigga whenever she wants.
Whenever she wants.
I save all of my hatred, vitriol, vicious retribution for them devils, man. Whenever you brothers, we're gonna see you. We'll see you.
Whenever she feel like it.
Now, you want to shake hands and say sorry, then it's all good, bro. But if you want to try to be what you feed in the nation, then judgment is going to have to come.
Be that. Don't make that your internet personality. No. Make that your personality.
Now, let me pause right here for just a moment. Let me say this. I understand where these brothers are coming from. That's not our MO. We're not standing on that. I'm not standing on that. I'm not telling brothers, if you really about that, then bring it to me. I'm not doing that. I'm not saying that. In fact, I'm rebuking that. If you really got that kind of energy, save it for your enemies. If you really got that kind of energy, if you really feel that way, if you really about that, save it for your enemies. I don't want to hear this brother versus this brother in Israel because he wanted to show he was about that. He got called out and then he brought it to it. I don't want to hear that. Save it for your enemies. Your enemies will trash you at every opportunity. Save it for them. Your enemy snatches life from your people and find themselves not guilty. You want to crash out? Crash over there. Crash on them. Don't wait till you see your brother and then think you got a point to prove. Prove your point against those who hate your guts, not those that's trying to build up your nation, not those that's trying to free your people, not those that's trying to get you to the next level. Save all that animosity and all that hate for those who have earned it, not for those who you had decided should be participants of it, but for those who want to take you down and take your nation down and wipe you off the face of the earth. They want you gone. They don't even want a memory of you to exist. Save that for them. Let's continue.
Since that's what you want to portray.
And if it's
Make
not
that
like,
your personality.
and if it's not like that, then it's not like that, Ak. And you need to slow down and watch what you push into the nation, because what you're teaching is cause for banishment.
Mhm.
And the people that's flooding your comments because they excited about what you're saying, you're causing them to be banished from the gathering of the Most High.
Mhm.
I agree
Him
with
who
that.
have an ear, let him understand. Go to
I
Zechariah,
agree with that.
Zephaniah 2:1.
I agree with that. But don't take your energy, your negative energy you have. Because I'm going to tell you something. We all got negative energy. We've all been in these captivities for the time that since the day we was born. We've all experienced this racism. We've all experienced this bigotry. We've all seen the television. We was all watching when we found out that Trayvon Martin's murderer would walk free. That there was no true bill against the men who murdered Ed Garner. That they wouldn't have any problem with the white boy who killed Breonna Taylor. We all was watching when these things happened. We all watched as what's my man's name that got killed right the night before his wedding? Bill. I can't remember his first name. Night before his wedding, he got killed by the police. 100 shots, 100 and some odd shots. Nobody's responsible. John Crawford, murdered in Walmart. Nobody's responsible. No true bill. Even the man who called and said he was doing something he wasn't even doing is not responsible. That's where your energy goes. That's where all of your animosity goes. That's where all of your vengeance goes. Not against those people of your own nation who try to build up your nation, who try to teach your people what's right, who try to make your people set apart, who try to get your people to walk in accordance to the will of the Most High, to teach your people Torah, to learn lessons that you wouldn't learn anywhere else. That's not who you bring your animosity to. You take your animosity to the people who don't give a goddamn about you, who would rather throw you in a hole with all of the rest of your people and cover you up and act like you never existed. That's where your animosity goes. Let's continue.
And let's teach the Bible. When everybody on the call have it, say Khan. Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1. And let's learn the actual meaning of this scripture, man.
Right.
A lot of y'all is clowns and cornballs, man. And you never was nobody in real life. You's a sucker, bro. And you don't have any reason to be trying to be a part of this thing of ours. A lot of y'all is popular, big teachers, and you getting attention and a lot of respect from people outside of Israel. But you just dick rotting, bro. You just want to be somebody, bro. You don't really love Israel and you don't care about the people like that. That's why you slander brothers instead of picking up the phone, Ak. But anyway, man, read that Zephaniah 2 and 1, man.
Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1.
Let me put it on the screen. I lost a lot of respect. Never meet your heroes.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Never meet brothers that you admire, because then you be disappointed. You find out that they just attention whore suckers, man.
You can meet Hazaki Yahoo, because I'm 100% authentic. You can meet me. I'll keep it real with you. I'll keep it 100% real. What you see right here is what you see everywhere. I'm the same up and down, left and right, whether I'm at the field, whether I'm in the mall, wherever I'm at, I'm the same old brew. Same brew. Yeah, I know my people sick. I know my people been destroyed. Lack of knowledge. Utterly destroyed by the curses. Foolishness. So I give my people grace. I give my people mercy. When it comes to a heathen, they don't get that. Not from me. Not from me. Better walk on eggshells when you're around me. You step wrong against me, I might just pull your nose off your face. I'm just playing. Let's continue.
Yep.
Straight up, man. Read this.
Zephaniah 2:1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
We proved this on Saturday while you guys was at your spot. We was teaching this, explaining with a multitude of scriptures. This is talking about Israel. This ain't talking about the Christian church or the spiritual church.
Right.
This is talking about Israelites. We supposed to be gathering ourselves together. All you can say is, how am I gathered together with a nigga doing that? You the nigga that can fix them. Stupid. See, you ain't think about that. You the nigga that can fix him. You the nigga that could go to him and say, Ak, you going off, what you doing is wrong. Here's the scriptures that show it. Here's the information. Look at all of this that came out about you, brother. And you could do that and nobody know you did that. And you could make a brother repent and he could be better on the other side of that. Or you could run to the media, or you could run to the other nations and make a mockery of this whole thing of ours because you want attention.
My, what a great work that would have been to restore a brother. My, what a great work. How the angels would have rejoiced in heaven to see one sinner repent.
Let me read that verse again. Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation, not desired.
But you want to satisfy your own ego. You want to fulfill the lust of your flesh. Okay.
Why y'all ain't tell me to change the banner at the bottom? Why y'all ain't tell me to change?
I've been thinking that the whole time.
It been saying class gonna begin shortly for 2 hours. Read it again, Ak.
Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
Read on.
Before the decree bring forth.
Before what?
Before the decree bring forth.
One.
Before the day pass as a chaff.
Before the day passes like stubble in the wind, bro. Before the day passes like stubble in the wind, fam. You don't have a lot of tries. You don't have a lot of tries with this, dude.
It's not a lot of time left.
We got no time left. No time for foolishness.
Make a stand for righteousness. You can't keep moving foul.
Gather yourselves together.
Can y'all hear us?
Okay. It's not loud.
Can y'all hear us? On the live?
Another one.
Read on.
God. Before the day pass as a chaff. Before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you.
The fierce anger of the Lord is going to come upon you
Fierce anger of the
because
hour.
you weren't doing the work to gather the nation. You were teaching divisive things that split and splinter the nation.
Right.
Come on, man.
This goes for you top leaders, man.
Whoa. Scripture say, whoa.
None of you niggas is gonna sit me down in a room and open a Bible and say I gotta be in your camp. You can't do it. You can't do that. That's why we don't teach that niggas gotta be in SOT. You can come and study with us. We got a Patreon. You can learn everything we teach.
You can know everything we know.
Just help us build the house. Just give us a small donation of Shaquarium. You can learn everything we teach. You don't got to wear our shirt. You do not have to be with us to be a real Israelite.
Right.
The niggas that put this shirt on, they want this. This is a different type of brothers and brotherhood we building over here. You can't come with the snake shit for this collection of brothers I got. They, you know what they're gonna say? You could say that to me. Say that to the man you talking about.
Right.
You niggas scatter like roaches when that happens.
Every time.
Read it one more time. Zephaniah 2:1 through 2.
Zephaniah 2:1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired. Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you.
Because you teaching things that call for banishments, and the Lord's anger is going to come upon you. You're not going to get away. You're not going to tell the Most High, I did that vindictive, petty slander because I love you, God. You can't lie to Yahweh.
On, man.
He gonna smack your teeth out. You tried to game me. I'm the deceived and the deceiver are mine.
Right.
You tried to play with me.
Nah.
You're gonna die. You're gonna die. The death. The reason I put all of that brother's personal business and was talking to his wife and was gathering his enemies together and trying to find details to defame the brother is because I love you, God, and who's that working for?
Nobody.
Oh my goodness.
Who is that working for?
The Lord gonna tell you book, chapter, verse.
Get out of here, man. That's why I be mad, but I don't really be mad. These little niggas, bro.
Yeah, these little guys.
Now look, go give me a second Maccabees 1:27, man. We are figuring out how to drive the spirit of Israel into the hearts of people who never seen this truth before.
Right.
Imagine me being new, me personally.
Yeah.
If I was new in the truth, coming out of the world, being who I used to be, and I was seeing the videos that y'all niggas is making, I'd be like, yo, these some hoe ass niggas. I'm not rocking with this. I had to kill one of these niggas. These some hoe ass niggas.
I've been saying that.
These niggas is girls, bro. I'm not watching this. These is niggas that could never hang with me where I be at. Like look how he talking. I don't even know this other.
Right.
Damn.
He said that about.
Look what they said about yo. Well,
he gotta see him for that.
Well, first he started it by saying he loved bro.
Right.
That's what these guys is on. These some clown.
Some weird niggas, man.
And I would be deterred from this truth. Imagine how many hundreds of thousands of hearts have been deterred from this truth.
Yeah, I could never. It was one thing that would have kept me out the truth, and that was the absence of a Messiah. That was it. I grew up, and the ideology of Messiah was in me. And if I would have came to the truth and would have came across some brothers that talked about there is no Mashiach, no Yahushua, that was just a farce, I would have like y'all suckers crazy. I wouldn't have rocked with that. So let's continue.
Over these last few months, man.
That for sure would have happened to me.
Whoa! Somebody got on the real. Somebody got you on that fixed gear bicycle, and that pedal is turning, and you ain't got no handbrake. You got to put your foot down there to stop this bike. It is gonna hurt you.
Yeah.
That's what we doing.
Yeah.
Shoot at me. I don't care. I'll see you when I see you, and we'll see if it's like that. Because when you see me, it don't be like that. But you doing that for the internet, that's cool. Ooh, you showing personal text messages? Okay, bro. I guess I'm supposed to get you back. I don't operate like that. but I'll see you and we'll see about
Like
that.
it's supposed to be some type of back and forth rap beef or something like
No,
that.
no.
This
Is real life. What you're teaching is cause for banishment. We're trying to gather Israel together, not have this honest God, this judge of God whose eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, who sees all and searches the kidneys of men. We're not trying to play with him.
No.
We're not going to bring our foolishness into his glorious truth.
No.
Somebody got to stick their foot down there and let the pedal hit you in the shin, but you got to stop the bike, right?
It's gonna hurt. It's
So
gonna make you bleed.
So I'll bleed, but I'll be right with God. We'll see. Give me that in Second Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 27. Let me see if I can get that on the screen. Can I get that on the screen? Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the one right there.
Go ahead, Og.
Second Maccabees 1 and 27. Gather those together that are scattered from us. Deliver them that serve among the heathen.
Right.
Look upon them that are despised and abhorred, and let the heathen know that thou art our God.
See, we was teaching this at camp. The way that the heathen is going to find out that Yahweh is our God is by the way we treat each other.
Yes.
Thank you for staying on the class till this time, because now it's the moral of the story. These are the scriptures that you've been waiting for. The people that left the video already, nigga ain't talking about nothing. He really too slick talking about me. Or, you know, your lips. Yeah. This is the scripture that you needed, stupid. Because this scripture is going to show you how the heathen is going to know that Yahweh is our God. Right now, the heathen says, these the Israelites?
Right.
They clap their hands and they hiss at us. But you know when the heathen is going to go, wow, Yahweh is their God. It's when we come together.
Right.
It's when we show advanced brotherhood.
Yep.
Advanced brotherhood is we're going to beef over there, not in front of these people. Come walk with me, yo. You got a lot of mouth. Come walk with me. Let's go over here. See, because you might be motivated to act like this for a show. Now, talk to me like that with no audience. It's like that. That's when brothers become brothers again.
Yeah.
You know what, I really don't have no problem with you, bro, but you did this. Now it becomes that. Okay. Once niggas start doing that, okay. All right, I know what it is. And I don't be mad because I see, that was just for TV what you was doing. All right. Okay. Well, look, brother, we could talk, man, but I don't want to talk right now. I want to enjoy myself. Usually that's how I go, right? But if you want to be Superman, we're going to see if you can fly. Now gather yourself together. Deliver them that serve among the heathen. Look upon them that are despised. That's the nation not desired.
Right.
This is for Israel. Zephaniah said Israel got to get together. Right. And that's how the heathen is going to know that Yahweh is God. Right. When we come together.
Right.
I understand it now.
Okay.
You cannot exalt Yahweh through dissimulation, which is causing discord. Because God hates those who sow discord amongst brethren.
Right.
And slanderous tongues have caused many who be at peace with each other to become enemies. And God hates that person.
Cause an abomination.
We trying to show the heathen that Yahweh is our God. And that's why they don't deal with us. When the last time you seen a Christian try to play with us at camp? They run as part of the course. They don't want to deal with us.
They don't want to deal.
The last heathen that came to camp on Passover, look what he did. That was that video sucks. Because we was gonna cook him in a skillet and he ran.
Yeah. He
just left. Once he seen our style, even his cameraman started laughing like, this is not the fight.
Right.
It's been a long time now, yo, since a heathen ran up to the camp really trying to spar with that Bible. They do not want to do that because we teach something that is uncommon to them in Israel. Our approach and attitude is uncommon. They can't bring up IUIC and we join into a slander. They can't bring up GMS and we join into a slander. They can't bring up UPK and we join into a slander. They can't bring up Sakari and we join into a slander. Because if they bring up one of our brothers, you know what we say? Those are brothers.
Exactly.
Yeah, but they say you're not real Israel. Hey, bro, that's I know niggas over there.
Those are our brothers.
I got friends over there. Yeah, but they say, why you talking to me about them? Look who you stand. They
Right.
can't cause and sow discord. They can't bring dissimulation. So they don't even want to talk to us. They can't COINTELPRO us. You COINTELPRO your damn self.
Yeah, you did the work for them. Good job. Good job, boy. Because that's what you are. You a boy. That's what you behaving like when you do their job for them. You're considered a boy. So until you stop
A step
being
and
a boy,
fetch.
right? Until you stop being a boy and become a man by actually living out this word, then you start to gain brothers' respect.
You better
Right.
man up.
But ultimately, then you start to gain the Most High's respect.
Give me that. Sirach 36:1. And we're going to close it out, man. It's hot. Hot.
You better
This
man up.
room got soundproofing, and we use insulation to absorb the sound. That holds heat. It get hot in here, man. But the spirit is in here too, man. Cloven tongues of fire, bro. You just
Right.
can't see them. Read this.
The book of Sirach, chapter 36 and verse 1.
What does it say?
Have mercy upon us, O Lord God of all, and behold us.
That's what we want. Look at us. When I petition the Most High to look at us, I don't want him to see a bunch of stupid niggas smoking a blunt or a bunch of idiots fighting in the club or a bunch of so-called Hebrew Israelites beefing on the internet for content with Kai Sanat dreams.
Right, yeah.
Niggas don't even like you,
can see
bro.
straight through you.
Niggas don't like you.
God,
In real talk, niggas don't like you, bro.
at all.
And I'm talking to all y'all. They don't like you.
At all, man.
They just watch because you making that content. We're going to outlaw that.
Yeah.
We're going to make it a sin to watch that foolishness, man.
Mhm.
Because we got scriptures for that. Read it again.
Have mercy upon us, O Lord God of all, and behold us, and send thy fear upon all the nations that seek not after thee.
And those nations is the true enemy. And you forgot who your enemy is. Sirach didn't. Read.
Nope. Lift up thy hand against the strange nations, and let them see thy power.
Mm-hmm. That's who I want the Most High to kill.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You got brothers calling for death on fellow Israelites
Yep.
in a time period of mercy, repentance, and grace, who's still trying to get themselves right. And then they use the excuse, well, he's a teacher. He's supposed to know better. Excuse me? David was king of Israel.
Yep.
What was he supposed to know? Solomon was king of Israel. What? He was the
Wisest man.
He was the wisest man to ever live.
The
Right.
wisest.
What was he supposed to know?
The wisest to ever live.
Samson will break your face with a jawbone of a donkey. What was he supposed to know?
Come on,
Nigga?
Come on, man. Come on,
I'm
brothers.
spazzing. A little bit.
Come on, brothers.
A little bit. I could chill.
You know what I'm saying?
You right,
Come
though.
on, brothers.
Read that verse
You're
again.
absolutely
36
right,
and 3, man.
Come on, brothers.
Sirach 36 and 3. Lift up thy hand against the strange nations, and let them see thy power.
I got my hatred, vitriol, and all of
Come
my
on, brothers.
venomous asp for the other nations.
Mhm.
You brothers, some of you, we're going to see you and see if it's like that.
Yep.
And a lot of you brothers, if you need a brother to call because you want to change and you need to talk to somebody that's not going to judge you and hold your information secret, and well, we got to make this big.
Yeah. Talk to him.
If you're looking for a brother that you can call and talk to, who's going to stand in the gap for you and counsel you earnestly as if your problem is his problem,
Right.
and he's not going to save that information and later try to use it against you
Right.
to gain advantage, because he would never do nothing like that, because he's a man,
Right.
you must be talking to somebody in SOT.
Huh.
Call one of us. We will sacrifice not only that time, but we'll also sacrifice that energy to get you back into the spirit. And the Bible says to miscarry with you, we will do that, man.
Absolutely.
All right? That's what we do over here.
That's what it means to be a man of the Most High, of the power of Israel. Because what's good for you is good for me. So I'm going to do what's good for me. Me building you up is good for me. Because we the same. Even if we disagree, we still the same. We one nation, one family, 12 tribes. We the same. What's good for me is good for you. What's strong for me is strong for you. What's weak for you is weak for me. I hurt when you hurt. I bleed when you bleed. I'm up when you up, and I'm down when you down. But we try to separate, and I can't separate because we won. Period.
You call us anytime. Sunday mornings, we do counsel, and we've been doing it for the last 3 years. Sunday morning, you call us, and we will talk to you until the cows come home to help you through your issue. And that is our reasonable service.
That's right.
Meanwhile, niggas is mad that we charge for Patreon. Read this again, bro.
Lift up thy hand against the strange nations, and let them see thy power.
Read on.
As thou wast sanctified in us before them, so be thou magnified among them before us.
See, you got to be sanctified in us, Yahweh.
That's right.
And that's how you get magnified before the other nations, by first being sanctified in us. Israel, somebody got to grab the reins on this.
Yeah.
Don't forget who your enemy is.
Right.
Don't forget why you a Hebrew Israelite. It is a
Right.
reaction and a rejection of modern Christianity, which is racist and subdues blacks, natives, and Hispanics. Our religion centers us, makes us the focus, and not only emotionally, but logically proves that God is with us. That's what this is.
That's right.
This is not TMZ. This is not personal vendetta movie time. Now it's our turn to make a movie.
Right.
The hell is you talking about?
All right. Let me make a quick slight correction here. Our nation is brought to us by the power of Israel. He gets all the glory, all the esteem, and all the praise for everything that happens in Israel. So it is to our advantage to glorify our power in all things, to glorify the one who made the Shamayim, who made the heavens, the one who made the earth, the one who made the sea and all that is in them is. It is to our advantage to deal with him righteously, because he has made us for that purpose. That is the reason why he has made us. And that is to our advantage to serve him in spirit and in truth, in all of our being and in instruction. Continue.
Nigga, what? Make a video teach and see how many people watch that. Read on. Read on.
And let me say this. I really hate that word. I really hate that word. I hate that we use it so freely. I really hate that. But am I going to cut brothers off from being brothers because they use that word? No. Am I going to get down on brothers? Am I going to see a brother and be like, hey, man, you got to stop using that word? No, I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be the example. And if a brother's mind is open, he's going to say, this brother Hazakiyahu, I've never heard him use that word. I've never heard him use that word. Why do I never hear him use that word? Brother, you don't say that word. Why you don't say that word? Because it's degrading to our people. But it's in the Bible, yeah, and it's degrading to our people. The translators put it there. Our people didn't say that. The translators said that. So, no, it's degrading to our people. I'm not using that word. I'm better than that. And my nation is better than that. Let's continue.
And let them know thee, as we have known thee, that there is no God but only thou, O God.
And there is no God but Yahweh.
That's right.
There's no power but the power of Israel.
And the way to
Yahweh,
prove that is to gather Israel together, not
however
to
you
spread
pronounce it.
dissimulation, not to destroy families and houses, not to wreck people's marriages, not to wreck people's relationships with their children. These videos is gonna live
Yeah.
in perpetuity.
Yep.
These videos you niggas making is gonna live forever. YouTube ain't gonna take them down.
Nope.
And these people's kids you slandering, they children are gonna grow up and they're gonna see these videos.
Yep. But but you so concerned, right, about the sheep, right? That's what you're concerned about. You claim to be so concerned about the sheep and the flock, but yet you're constantly offending the little ones. And your fake zeal and really your hatred and jealousy masked as zeal, you're offending the little ones. All the while you're saying, I'm doing this for the sheep. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not fooling the Most High God, man.
Somebody got to grab the reins on this thing. What, you wanted a get back video? Nigga, that means I got to think about you for a couple hours and make a lesson about you. That means I got to call around to see what information I could get on you to get you back for what you're doing.
Crazy.
That means I got to go in my phone and find text messages and read them for hours to see which ones I can. That's what these niggas be doing.
That means I got to lose time. I got to lose sleep. I got to lose potential money that I could be making.
Bro, we not on that.
Study time. I got to lose time from chilling with my wife or playing with my kids so that I could find dirt on the niggas.
This is what?
What?
Yo, my wife don't even got time for that. Listen,
Yo,
read the next verse.
Are you a middle school girl? Like,
Niggas do.
what
be,
are you, bro?
Niggas do be girls though. Read this 36:6.
Come on, the book of Sirach, chapter 36 and verse 6. Show new signs and make other strange wonders. Glorify thy hand and thy right arm, that they may set forth thy wondrous works.
All right. We want the Most High to do new things. A new thing in the earth would be Israel coming together and being brothers and handling our problems behind closed doors, if there are any. That would be a new thing in the earth. Instead of saying, yeah, let's beef. You know, the niggas that's running these camps and yeah, let's beef with him and you beef with him and you go find this. And then we all what? Fall together. We all
fall down.
Fall together. Unbelievable and an embarrassment. Somebody got to grab the reins.
You probably got to put the suit back on.
I got to put a suit on and my glasses again. I got to put my glasses back on. Read it again.
God.
Verse 7, rather.
Raise up indignation and pour out wrath. Take away the adversary and destroy the enemy.
Take away the adversary and don't destroy my Hebrew Israelite brother. I pray he repent.
Yes. Destroy the enemy.
Destroy the enemy. Not 2-3 years grudge vendetta still talking about it.
Who the enemy?
Nigga, go build something.
Who the enemy?
Have you ever built anything? SOT wasn't this. It should have been that. Nigga, what? Bro, don't make me do that to you. Just leave me alone. Or when you see me, say that to me. It wasn't, you don't do that, do you? That's my problem. Bring your indignation and wrath to the enemy, man. Don't forget who your enemy is. Don't watch another nigga commit treason and then you go, well, if he did it, I guess I can. Because you're a follower of wicked things. Don't follow a multitude to do. Learn the Bible.
You've made yourself an underling to a foolish man.
Damn.
Captain Araya out in DC is giving great advice, man. Go get a trade, nigga. I got a couple certifications this year. Can you go get some?
The jokes write themselves, man.
These scriptures are cutting. Read on.
God. Make the time short. Remember the covenant and let them declare thy wonderful works.
Let's do more of this. Let's see how many people we could pack into a class when all we're doing is declaring the glory of the Most High.
Right.
Okay?
Right. Who's watching?
Let's see
Who's
how
listening?
many people we can pack into a class when we're declaring the glory of the Most High. Not us breaking down another brother's teaching without talking to that brother and purposely ducking him so that I can get a lot of views for people can hear how much I don't like what another brother is teaching.
Not Jerry Springer. Not Maury Povich. Let's see how many views you can actually get from teaching your nation how to be a nation. Let's see that. Bring that out.
The purposefully ducking them part is crazy though. Yeah.
See how many people you can pack into a room to do that. Go and look at the Friday classes for the last 3 years and find out which class I did Wendy Williams on to get people to watch the class. All I taught was the wonderful works of Yahweh.
That's it.
And guess what? The wonderful works of Yahweh, he did them alone.
Yep.
Read on.
Con. Let him that escapeth be consumed by the rage of the fire, and let them perish that oppress the people.
See, that's who you're supposed to be wishing death on.
That's right.
Esau that oppresses the
The
people.
oppressor.
Right.
Esau that's
Let him
behind the scenes puppet mastering, trying to destroy this thing of ours.
Shalak Rayam.
For him,
Right.
send death, punishments, killings to him.
Right. Break the jaw of the heathen.
Ain't that what we said at Passover?
That's right.
Read on.
Con. Let Salakia smite and sunder the heads of the rulers of the heathen that say there is none other but we.
Right.
Come on.
Gather all the tribes of Jacob together and inherit thou them as from the beginning.
Exactly.
And that's the moral of the story.
Con.
Gather all the tribes of Jacob together. Once we gather together, Yahweh will inherit us as it was set from the beginning, as it was meant to be.
That's right.
But we can't be inherited by this righteous and holy God as long as there are divisions amongst us and people that are making their ministry preaching division. Somebody got to grab the reins on this thing, man.
Grab the reins up.
Israel. Do you know how many people tell me, y'all will all teach something else, don't say this, because then niggas gonna take it personal because it's gonna cut them to the heart and then they're gonna attack you, and I don't want people to attack you. You know how many people that love me say that? Y'all all don't teach this because them niggas that do those type of videos and spew that type of hatred, they're gonna feel like you're talking about them, and then they're gonna talk bad about you, and I don't want them to talk bad about you. And it's a lot of people that hate you and will volunteer information to tear you down as a person, and we know your heart, and you don't need to go through that. You know how many people tell me that? And I love those people for telling me that. But guess what? I have to teach right things. Somebody got to grab the reins on this thing. Those brothers that are doing those lessons are sinning, and I have to rebuke them and not suffer sin upon them.
Huh.
And I did it with tact. I didn't say their names, and I didn't say anything that would humiliate them before their children and future generations. And if they cut to the heart and the message is for them and the word is carried to them, good.
Good. Hopefully you grow.
Good. Hopefully you grow. I was not impressed with the attendance of our last new moon for the second month. I was not impressed, but we have a third month coming. I was not impressed. Somebody got to grab the reins on this thing. We must do better for the Lord's new moon. It is unwise to show out for Passover, and then when the new moon comes, that becomes optional for you. The same amount of people that attend Passover and the same energy you put into your garment and stepping out, why don't you do that for new moon? Why is new moon not equally as important? Isn't that one of Yahweh's feasts?
Yep.
That is my rebuke for y'all. We must do better for the Lord's new moon. We got another new moon coming. If you're in Atlanta, it's another opportunity for you to keep the Lord's new moon, no matter what camp you're in, as long as you don't come with doctrines and disrespect. We got another new moon coming on May 26th. This Sunday on May 11th, we got the makeup Passover for you. The Levites will be live, and they're going to do the ceremony for you. All you have to do is send us an email at sotfeastday@gmail.com. Don't wait and say, I need access to the makeup Passover, because it's not going to be a televised thing. We're going to do it privately and on a call. So you need access. If you know you want that, why are you not sending the email right now? Okay? The Feast of Simon Maccabee is coming up. That's not going to be kept at a gathering location. We're going to do that online, but we will have that for you.
May 19th.
All right? If you need this calendar, send an email to sotfeastday@gmail.com and say, I need a calendar. Okay? You have to apply yourself. Israel, a lot of the goals that you want in life are right there, but you're not willing to move to grab it. Okay? Okay, you're selling yourself short by being a procrastinator and lazy, and we got lessons on that. Okay, Go back and check that out. How to defeat procrastination. We taught you that lesson. I put 3-4 hours into finding those precepts. I wasn't looking at text messages from 5 years ago.
Because what we care about
I wasn't
is
doing that.
building the nation and growing people.
All right. I'm not the same person I was 2 months ago. I don't expect none of y'all to be the same person y'all was 5 years ago. And if you are, it's a shame and it's an embarrassment. Let's grow as a nation and a people.
That's right.
Let's gather together so we can show the heathen that Yahweh is God. Let's stop spreading dissimulation, clever dissimulation. Let's stop spreading clever dissimulation as a guise to increase our membership. Let's stop doing that. How many we strong in SOT?
That's old.
About 58?
Yeah, about 58. Yeah. Yep.
58 strong. You know, some brothers will go, that ain't even no camp. 58, we have 5,000. How many brothers you got in that 5,000?
Right.
You got a lot of drones, flunkies, and followers who don't know the scriptures or who seek advantage. But how many brothers you got? I got 58 brothers.
That's right.
And I'm proud of that. And this is the best group that I've ever had. And I prayed for this. I prayed for the Most High to remove the people that mean me no well from around me, and things changed. And I said, help me be a better leader. And the Most High put it on my heart to make this lesson tonight. All right? We the sons of thunder. It's our heart's prayer and desire that Israel be saved. Khan? All right. My name is Brother Yahweh.
Brother Kaya.
What we're going to do, like we do every Sabbath, we're going to send up the Lord's Prayer in the English and in the Hebrew. Okay, we have an interpreter. Make sure you call this number at the bottom and make sure your phone is on mute so you can get the Sabbath prayer and bring the prayer in properly. All right? If you want additional information and you want to learn more, you can follow us on Instagram.
You can follow Sons of Thunder everywhere. These brothers teach dynamically, do some dynamic teachings. And I'm thankful to know these brothers. And I'm thankful to the Most High that there are brothers out here who are similar to myself and even greater. Because these brothers have reached that Hazakiyahu doesn't have. Hazakiyahu, a country cat who didn't grow up in around some of these places with some of these brothers. But these brothers have the abilities and know-how to get into some of these things that Hazakiyahu is not. So praises to the Abba. I really pray that you grab something from this lesson, which is why I put it up. It's 5 minutes to 3 on the Eastern time zone. We're about to go ahead and get into the lesson for the day, the reading for today. And so we're going to close this one down. And we're going to pick up a new one. Yisrael, Yasha'Allah, do not forget who your enemy is. Don't forget who your enemy is. Your enemy is not a brother like unto yourself. Your enemy is not a brother who is next to you on the slave ship. Your enemy is not a brother who is across from you on the slave ship. Your enemy is not a brother who was tricked into selling you onto the slave ship. It's not your enemy. Your enemy hates you, wants your demise. He wants to eradicate you from the history, books, and understanding. That the name of Israel be no more in remembrance. They want to get rid of us. They want us gone from the history archives. They want to never know about a people called Israel. They're going to take our land. They want to take our land and turn it back into, put their own name on it. They're going to call our land Edom. They'll call our land Yafet or Yavan or whatever. Don't even matter what they call it, because their plan has failed. The Most High have already written the plan. And in the plan he's written, we win. Israel, Yasha'al, Yasha'Allah, we win. We have the victory. Bashem HaMashiach, Yahweh Shai, Yehoshua, however you pronounce his name. Whether you call it on Yahweh, Yahuwah, Yehovah, whatever you call it. If you call it on the Yod, the Hey, the Y, the Hey, we win. We got the victory. No matter what anybody else say, we get the victory because it's already came out of the mouth of the power that made us. He's not a man that he can lie. He can't lie. We already got it. It's already ours. We just got to figure out to go the right way to get there. Shalom, King. Yahweh Mashiach Yahshua Barakathon. Hey, I'm about to hit you up right now. I'm just closing this out, and we're about to get to it. Shalom, Makoti. All praises to the Most High. Yeah, we're about to get to it. I'm going to close this on out, but join us within the next 1 hour time, and we'll be jumping into the scripture reading for today. If you joined us last week, we were progressing well with our readings, and we're going to continue into the next 7 chapters, lifting up the name of the Most High. All praises to the Most High. The Most High, the power of our fathers is our power, and he is magnificent in all his doings. And we patiently await the return of Hamashiach, of the Messiah. But in the meantime, we cannot forget who our enemy is. Our enemy is not our brethren. It is to our detriment to look at our enemies and think that it's our brethren. Your own detriment is that. What's important for us is that we recognize our enemy and we deal with him as such. And that we look at our brethren and we deal with him as such. Because your brethren are going to stand with you and have your back, even when they disagree with you. Because they understand that it's for the good of our nation. It's for the good of our people to have the back of those who have their back. And Torah is designed to have us have each other's back. That's why I can't deal with your wife, because that's going to bring discord among us. That's why you not to deal with my wife. That's why I can't make a whore out of your daughter, because that's going to cause discord between us. I have to respect you. I have to respect your family. I have to respect everything that you have. If I give you something and if I borrow something from you and something happens to it, I'm responsible. Torah teaches us that small, minute detail because the intention is to make us the very best possible we can be one for another, to keep discord from brothers. Don't forget who your enemy is. All praises to the Most High. We'll go ahead and end it off here. And I'm going to give all praises, honor, and great esteem unto the Most High Power, Yahweh, Bashem, HaMashiach, Wamalak, Yahweh Shai, and to the 12 tribes of Israel who are scattered to the 4 quarters of the earth. I say Shalom, Wa Baruki. That is peace and blessings. And I cannot wait till the day when the Most High brings us back together and we are once again 12 tribes, one family, one nation, under the Most High Power, under one covenant, back in our own land with a heart of flesh and no more a heart of stone, with our enemies, our adversaries, and all those who hate us under our feet. Shalom, family. Barak Hashem, Yahweh, Kwam Yasha'Allah, and Barak Hashem, Yahweh.